As usual, please queue up your questions in the chat. We'll start with head coach Vanni Sartini. You can go ahead and give us your thoughts on the match.
Okay, yeah. I think it's hard to. It seems also crazy to be positive after two defeats in a row, and in 4 games we never won. But yeah, I see a lot of progress too. I saw a lot of progress these games, to be honest. We execute the plan like we were trying to do. We had chances. We knew that we came here. They are probably the best team in the league, to be honest, in terms of talent, in terms of player that they put on the field. And we play a very brave game. We were trying to do things and stay compact and try to play direct to attack there in the space, and we did it. The differences in the game has been the great play that Opoku and Vela did for the second goal, and then the banger that Hollingshed scored. But there's no shame in losing here, because I think a lot of teams are going to lose here, and we need to think about us, and that's a building block. Resetting the thing, working, and going to BC Place for the next 2 games, and with the hunger to make points, to make possibly 6 points in the next two home games. That's what we need to do.
Thank you, Vanni. We'll go to JJ.
Hey, man.
Hey, how are you?
We'll talk about that another time. It seems like the LAFC is a great place that you guys like to go and score the first goal, but holding on to those results is tough, it seems.
It is.
What are your thoughts on what happened after that opening goal for you guys?
I think we did well. We actually had the chance to score the 2-0 with Daho in that counter-attack. I want to re-see the play. I don't know if he had the chance to pass the ball to Cava when Max made that save. And we knew that they were going to push a lot. We conceded the goal on the first corner kick, and a little bit. That's the only play that I would say we could have done much better. But then we keep playing. We were doing well. The midfielders, I think, they did a very good job in shielding the ball for Vela. They were trying always this long ball because they weren't able to play in between us, and even at the beginning of the second half, I told the guys we need to keep playing like this. And in fact, we had a couple of chances on the crosses and everything, and but at the end we conceded the third goal. We for sure a better decision making in the final third would have helped, but we'll analyze the game better when we come back in Vancouver.
And just what are your thoughts on what seems to be different this year defensively than last year? Have you pinned it down yet?
Well, no. The fact is that we knew that today was going to be hard because we couldn't be, and we weren't planned to be aggressive very much on the front with the pressure, and unfortunately we lost too much 1v1 battle, and especially the second goal is that Opoku dribble, like we had everyone in place, we had 4 guys there, but he went out with the ball, and we need to be better in that situation if we want to start making points.
Thanks, Vanni. Safe travels.
Thank you.
It's JJ. We'll go to Michael McCall.
Hey, Vanni.
Hey, Michael.
You've got a couple of weeks now off to work on things to try and get people back healthy. I mean, when you look at the team that was out tonight, you're probably missing 4 guys that would maybe be your regular starters in Godoy, Gold, White and Kyle. Do you have hopes that they will be good to go in a couple of weeks, or do you feel that you might need to bring in some additions to try and get something going?
In terms of injury, Ryan and Brian should be okay to play against Kansas City, so we hope that they should start training next week. So we're going to have like a couple of days off now because next week we don't play. and then we're gonna start. Eric and Kaio, they are still a little behind and never did anything on the field at the moment. So we'll wait for them for sure. And but again, we need to be concentrated with the guys that we have available at the moment, and it doesn't have to be an excuse if someone is missing, or we need to try to even be better. Whoever's going to be the available for a specific game.
You spoke about building blocks in this game and last week's game. When you look back at these 4 games, and I know it's fresh, this one, and you'll spend a bit of time looking at it, but what have you seen as the positives to build on, and what do you think is going to be the key focus in this next 2 weeks to try and get that first one?
Well, the positive in the last 3 games, I think that been I'm pretty okay with our build-up, with the fact that we progressed the ball from our defensive third to the middle third, and to even to the final third. I'm okay. The midfielders and the wingbacks, they've been a little bit inconsistent defensively, but today I like them, and I like them against New York City too. We need to improve and to work, of course, on our pressure from the front. That is kind of our stamp on our way of playing, and on our decision making in the final third.
That's great. Thanks so much, Vanni.
Thank you.
Thanks, Michael. We'll go to Joshua Ray.
Hi, Vanni. Just one for me tonight. I asked you last week about getting better on set pieces while you're attacking. But
yeah.
Tonight there was some poor defending on the set pieces while they were defending. How do you improve defending the set pieces going forward?
Yeah, but we scored. You asked me about attacking, so we scored. So ask me maybe scoring 3 goals in a game. So maybe next game we're gonna score 3 goals. No, jokes aside. And we actually defended not very well the set piece where we conceded the first goal, because we were too much attracted towards the ball, and we left Sebastian by himself, and Sebastian probably could have went with the head instead of with the foot. So we did a mistake there. We also conceded a lot of set corners, so of course sooner or later they could have scored. The goal of Hollingshead, I want to see it again, but it's like boom, 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 boom. It looks like also a little bit of luck is against us at the moment. Yeah, Quintero got the ball perfectly in his feet last time after a deflection, and Hollingshead got the ball perfectly on his feet this time after a rebound. So of course we need to keep working. We are doing quite well. Today we scored in a set plays. We had another chance, so we need to keep working on this.
Thanks, Vanni.
No
Safe
problem.
travels.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joshua. We'll go to Joshua Griffiths.
Hi, Vanni. Obviously, it was a tough match last week for Peter VJ having to come off early. He looked amazing on the pitch. What did you think of his play tonight?
I think he was okay. I think he has a lot of quality. I think he needs to be even more practical when we have the ball again in the final third. I think in the final third sometimes we want to be too beautiful, playing tick, 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 tick. And we should be, our mark is to be as direct as we can and play the simple ball. But he did it a lot. He helped a lot in the build-up, to be honest, and it was very good. It was very good tactically, I would say, even defensively. He did the plan that we asked him to do. So I'm happy with his performance, and if he keeps playing and training like this, it's going to be important for us going forward.